My name is Shai. I'm the mother of a very wonderful kid who's currently at the sixth grade in Mano Amiga. I'm a single mom and an OFW. 2 years ago, I had this casual sisters conversation with my sister, who is currently Mano Amiga school psychologist. She shared the vision, the holistic approach, SEL program, how the school cares about the students' well-being, how they're very much connected. And during that time, my daughter is studying in Zamboanga del Sur because she's with my parents. And I thought to myself, I wish there will be more schools like Mano Amiga in the Philippines. And in fact, I wish that there's Mano Amiga in Zamboanga del Sur because I really wanted my daughter to be there, being a single mom. So what are the challenges that me and my family went through during the pandemic? So 4 years ago, it was unplanned. I moved to the Middle East, and being a single mom, I really don't have any plans of um, leaving the country because I'm a very typical single mom. I'm a very typical single parent, a mother who nurtures her kid, and a father at the same time who provides for my daughter's needs. So it was very unplanned, and I've been very open with my daughter. Everything that we're doing, we are always aligned. So I know that I hurt my daughter so much during that time. So I spoke with her, and she forgave me, but she asked me two things. She told me that moving forward, if you have plans such as this, you have to inform me ahead of time. And second thing is, you have to be home every year. So I'm sorry. So I moved to the Middle East back in 2017. 2018, I was home for our birthdays. 2019, I was home for Christmas. But because of the pandemic, I cannot be home because of the travel restrictions. So it's been a very difficult time for us, being a single mom and being someone who always wants to be there for my daughter. And 2020, aside from the pandemic, it's been a very challenging time for my daughter because she went through this very difficult time, personal, and she had this emotional dilemma. And that was the time after so many years that she really cried a lot. And I really wish I could be there for my daughter because, again, the travel restrictions, actually not here in the UAE, but in the Philippines mostly, I cannot go home. My daughter was still studying in Zamboanga del Sur at that time. The only school in our municipality is a public school. And while going through this emotional dilemma, she also keeps on complaining about being bored because that time our government solution is to just give modules to the students. So the students were not connected to the other students and the other teachers. So they're just at home reading and answering their modules. And it's for my daughter, she keeps on telling that she feels bored. And during the time, I really wished for a better education for my daughter. So I just spoke with her. I tried to just really encourage her. And I told her to just enjoy this season because it's not always going to be this all the time. There will be times that you will be bored, you will be just at home, you will be alone, but there will be times that you go out. Everything will be, well, not be back to normal, but time will come that you will go back to school, you will be very busy, and you will really miss this time that you're just at home reading those modules. So how do I keep my child motivated in the long run? I always believe that motivation shouldn't be instituted only during challenging times, but also during happy moments. Our lives will always have ups and downs. And I believe that our children should always be motivated regardless of the situation. So I also believe that parents shouldn't be the one giving motivation to their children. For me, instead of giving the motivation to my child, I ask her what motivates her. So I believe that's what we should do. Motivation shouldn't come from us parents, but rather we have to ask it from our children. I started asking Azel when she was 3.5. Before she started going to school. She was so excited that time. And during that time, we lived at my grandparents' house in Quezon City, and our house is like corner lot just behind SM North. And every day she will see tricycles passing by from our bedroom window. And when I asked her that time, what's your motivation? Why are you so excited to go to school? And she told me that it's because she's excited to be a father one day and she wants to be a tricycle driver. But I didn't tell her that, oh, that's not supposed to be your motivation, because that's not going to happen. Because I know that as a parent, my daughter has a very limited information. So I told her, wow, that's good, that's great. So you should go to school so that you will be able to, fulfill your dream in the future. So later on, as years go by, it changes. So when she saw my grandparents' picture, she said, I want to be a nurse, I want to be a doctor, and so on. So now she became more mature. She's turning 13 in 2 months. And she already knows what she wants, because she finally realizes her passion. She became more matured. So she knows that she wants to be an engineer or architect someday. So before this school year started, I asked her again, because I always actually do a heart check with my daughter. So I asked her, what's your motivation? So what's your end goal? Because if you will become an architect, an engineer, once you reach that goal, you will that's the end for you. So what motivates you? And then she actually thought about it. She didn't answer me immediately. And then she said that, oh, I want to be an architect because I want to finally, I want to finish the college and become an architect because I want to finally decide on my own. So I told her, well, that's good. Because I was so happy, because I know two things is for sure. First is that she knows what she wants. She knows that she has a purpose. She knows what is her goal. She has this motivation. And the second thing is, she knows that while I'm the one paying the bills, I'm the one making the rules. So I'm still the parent. She has to follow me. So how do I share my own struggles with my kid? For me, it's just by simply being a parent, by being open. Being a single mom, I taught patience and understanding of the situation to my child at a very young age, because it's just been me and her. When I decided to be a single mom, when she was only one, that was 12 years ago, I know that I have this huge responsibility and I cannot do it on my own. So I have to share with my daughter. I have to share my thoughts to my daughter. And she became very mature and responsible at a very young age. And whatever situation we are in, I always remind her of patience and understanding. So during the challenging times like this, we open up our emotions with each other, and we help each other and support each other emotionally. So I would like to encourage the parents to support their children by acknowledging efforts rather than acknowledging their achievements. Because, children, I believe that we don't become successful, the children will not be able to face difficult times only because they are good or because they are very smart, but because they believe that someone believed them, someone supported them in all aspects. So I think as a parent, we have to do that. We have to give all of the support, and we always have to believe our children. And this emotional and moral support, it should always come from no one else but the parents, not their children's best friends, because they can have hundreds of best friends. They can have millions of best friends in their lifetime, but they can only have two parents, a mother and a father. And for me, it's only me. It's only me. So I always give 100% of my support to my daughter. So in closing, I would like to thank Mano Amiga and the sponsors, of course, for partnering with us parents in building and molding a better generation of future leaders. Thank you so much.